Start with the identification tag on the side. Here you'll find the manufacturer, your VIN number, date it was manufactured, tire size and pressure, and some gross weight, tire size, pressures on there, and VIN number and cargo weights in the yellow. Battery up front, they are a maintenance-free, or they aren't a maintenance-free battery. You have to add water to them at some point. You just have to check. If you're not going to be using your unit for a while, I would disconnect it. There is a bit of a power drain from your carbon monoxide detector and stereo. And for winter storage, I would put it somewhere warm. Single 20-pound propane tank. They are bolted in from the bottom, one on each side there. Power jack at the front. You have an on and off switch for the light and up and down. Your breakaway here. One thing to remember with these, if this key gets pulled out, it does activate your brakes when your battery's hooked up. So if it is pulled out and left that way for an extended period of time, it can do damage to the brakes. So just kind of keep an eye, make sure that stays in there. You have a front window there. Your fill for your water tank here, and your drain is right underneath. These two vents are for fridge. You'll notice there's a little white hose out here that has to stay outside just for condensation, and you don't want that leaking inside. Your power cord is here. It's a 30 amp. On your wheels, there is this rubber garment that pulls out. There is grease nipples in behind, so you can grease your wheel bearings on this. It's a good idea to give them a few shots once a year. If you are putting on lots of miles, I do recommend getting them repacked. The vent for your range. Now these have little clips that you can clip for travel, so dust can get in, and then if you want to use it for exhaust, just unclip it and you can use your fan. Intake and exhaust for your furnace. One thing to note there, don't store anything in front of it, it gets hot. Your hot water heater. Now this is just a gas hot water heater. There's no electric on this one. And to start it, everything that lines up with the red here is what it's going to be doing. So if you go onto that, it's pilot, and you press down on the red knob and just use a barbecue lighter and hold it in there until it lights. Once it's lit, you should hold it in for probably another 10 seconds, let it thermocoupler get hot, and then you can let go of the red button and spin it to the on, and it'll light. And then you have your temperature control here. Also, your drain plug here. Very important when you go to winterize that you drain your hot water heater. City water connection. If you have water right at your campground, you can just run your garden hose into that. And your sewer dump at the back. Gray valve for the gray, black for the black. And your sewer hose is in your bumper. You have stabilizer jacks at the back. Just to note with these, they're just for stabilizing. You can't level your camper with them. They're not meant for lifting the camper up, just for setting them down on the ground, putting some pressure on so your trailer don't rock. Spare tire at the back. No ladder on this, but I do recommend inspecting your roof once a year to make sure that you have no rips or tears in your roof, or vents all look good. awning with speakers. Your entrance door here. Outlets. And you also have a level. And then up front here in your front cubby, you have a wheel for your front jack if you want to put that on. Crank for your stabilizers at the back, and a crank for the electric power jack at the front. And I'll show you at the top here. This just unscrews and you can manually crank the jack up and down if you don't have any power. All right, we will head inside.